I am back with another video, this time regarding modding. If you guys are in the Sims community, you know that paywalling mods are largely annoying because people don't like that. The reason why paywalling mods are technically hated in the Sims community is because most of the time, the people paywalling them don't own the assets and they just paywall them because, I don't know, it's easy to rip assets from IMVU and Second Life and put them in a game but really low poly. This is an issue because people like Cosplay Simmer, who's no longer active anymore, I don't know what happened to them, and many others has been exposed for obviously doing this practice. But for years, no one could do anything except leak the contents thanks to page sites might be destroyed. As of 2020, I think, I'm not sure which year it was, EA had cracked down on these mods, which led to many of the people who were basically thriving off the paywalls to throw a fisty fit. It's not the first time they've done this. They've gone on the record to threaten the owner of the paywall sites must be destroyed, but the dude's not even scared of these people. They're Sims content creators. They're the least of your problems. Essentially, he just basically posted all the hate mail on his site. If you don't know who that person is behind the site, it's the owner of More Awesome Than You, a site that makes mods, I guess. But this is not beyond the point. This is talking about the Dragon Ball Z modding community. In every single terms of use, there's at least a section that tells you you're not allowed to make any mods, like make a profit off of any mods. Usually it's under the user-generated content. In a way, the way to describe a mod is that it's user-generated content, essentially. And if you want to know this, it's actually against the terms of use for what these modders are doing. But the problem is the DBZ community was like the early stages of the Sims community where they start dick writing creators saying, well, I don't care, I'm going to continue to give money. But the problem is you're breaking Bandai Namco's terms of use, which people always act like, ew, it was just there. No, it wasn't just there. It's been there. And the reason why I'm pointing this out is because one day I was really curious about what is in the terms of use. And since I'm a very good law-abiding citizen, I just checked it. And what look I have here, it says user-generated content. You're not allowed to make money off of user-generated content. People could find loopholes and say that this is referring to, in-game models, but no. It's actually referring to user-generated content, which means everything that you make in the game or for the game. I had to rewrite and redouble take this because I didn't know if this was actually true or not, but I assumed user-generated content means mods, and by extent, the modding community. And the problem is people don't care. They just say, well, I'm going to continue to do it. And the thing is, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the modding community is entitled. They get mad at you for, repurposing their assets, which they don't have any owns to. Most of them don't own these assets. They actually rip it from other fucking sources, which is a problem because they act like they own it. The modding community in general is so entitled that if you want to make your own character from scratch, you have to ask permission from the original modders, even though you gave credit. And the problem is, it doesn't matter if you make the shit from scratch, it's still against the terms of use. It's user-generated content. It doesn't matter if you made it from scratch, guys, it's still against the law. And the worst part is, I know people are going to get mad at me for pointing this out and making this a big deal, and I'm pretty sure Bandai is going to probably see this video or not, and they're going to crack down on this. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing people dick ride supporting modders. You should have a choice to support modders. It should be free. I know, working isn't free, but most of these modders are adults that actually have paying jobs, and they get money from passive income. You should have a choice to support the creator. You shouldn't be forced to support the creator just to get low poly mods. I mean, Kiku works hard on their mods, but they're still going against the terms of use, even if they made it themselves, and that sucks. So essentially, every single terms of use in games have this section where you can't make profit off the mods, and people go crazy stating that it was just there. No, it's been there, and you would know if you actually read the fucking terms of use. I was lucky to actually get bored one day and read it. So, what will happen now? I don't know. This video is probably not going to get attention. It's not going to actually get, any attention at all. It's probably going to be, ignored. But if there's a small smidge chance this is picked up by, if it was found out by any workers in Bandai, you guys are going to be done for. I mean, the problem is, the only reason why what spurred to make this video is because the constant stupidity I've seen in content where you have to ask for permission from authors or creators of mods. And the thing is, it is good to ask for permission, but most of the time, these people, I feel like when you buy a mod, somebody else made it for you, or made it, but technically, when you buy something, you own it now. So it's yours to technically use as you please. I don't know why people say, oh, but this original person made it, but you buy it, therefore you own it now. I feel like the modding side communities don't actually understand what buying and commerce is. I mean, we learned this shit in the second or first grade. When you buy something, you own not legal rights to it, but you own it. So it's, I mean, for what I can gather, I actually, whenever I get money, which I usually get, I PayPal it to this guy who makes GBZ Sims content. So what I do is, after I bought everything, I upload it to a Sims file share link to give access to people. You see, the thing is, he doesn't know about this. I'm pretty sure he probably knows about this, but when I buy it, I technically own it now. So I can do whatever I want with it. And essentially, he actually confirmed this by telling me that I could do whatever I want with the files after I use it. Therefore, I'm legally allowed to upload content that I bought. And essentially, if you own something, you can, well, at least if you own something in the general sense, it's yours. Food, water, anything. And what people don't realize is that they've skewed the contents and actually think that buying equals not owning. You bought something with your money, you own it. I mean, and the funny thing is, I found so many loopholes in the arguments that I've had with these people on several Discord servers, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not the one breaking laws. And there's the reason why most of the time when I mod, I just wait for people to actually support me. I don't really want to make money off of modding. I just want to do my own thing. I want to be a Samaritan that actually doesn't make you pay for mods, makes you actually get them for free. And usually people actually try to defend the creators by saying, well, they have stuff for free. Yeah, little stuff. It's not enough stuff. And originally, whenever they find a way or a new idea, you know what happens? They block that, even if it's been free before. In a way, it doesn't matter. And the next thing with paywallers is that they can scam you. You spend like $50 for a big tier. One day they decided you paid that money for a singular mod. This person, it's been months since they actually released the mod that they promised. This person is giving excuses. Turns out that person scams you. Paywalling is a dangerous game. It's like gambling, but you're setting your money in, hoping that person actually gets you, the shit that you paid for. You're wasting money every month supporting someone that paywalls mods. There's occasionally somebody who actually does leak the mods, which is grateful, but leaking mods is always always seen as disgraceful, but most of the time they're also complicit in a crime themselves. So in a way, if you paywall mods, you're committing a crime. You're committing a terms of use violation. I don't know why people think that it's funny, because, and the thing is, piracy is preservation. One of these days, these modders are going to go down, and most of their content are never going to be seen again. And you know what? I find it fucking hilarious that you're condoning piracy for Nintendo, but you're not condoning piracy anywhere else. So in a way, if you think that piracy is illegal, reminder, it's fucking preservation. There's many fucking contents lost to time that you cannot find anymore that piracy or people that pirated the content had actually kept alive. Like it or not, but the modding community is committing a crime, and piracy is actually legal in a moral sense. Legally, not. But anyways, if you actually have any questions about it, you can just look at the terms of use yourself. I mean, I scrolled through the terms of use. There's several sections. It's on the Steam page. I am literally going to tell you this, that please don't send hate to anybody that paywalls the content. Just let Bandai do it if they actually find out about this. It's not about internet vigilante justice. It's not about that. Just let them fall from grace. I don't care. This video is meant to actually comment on the fact that this is actually a thing, that people just don't read the terms of use and they think that it's not there when it's been there the entire time. You think that they were just going to magically update the terms of use Usually people already have the terms of use written for their games. They don't just update it unless they update it to actually clarify some things. So if you think that Bandai added this at last moment, I don't think they did. It's been in there. Every game that shipped with the terms of use has this argument and actually clause. So therefore, by ignoring the EULA and the terms of use, you accept this automatically. Which, by the way, see you later.